So let's bring our feet together as close as you can get them if it's not comfortable to bring them side by side. And press your toes, the balls of your feet, the outer edges, your heels into the floor. Maybe close your eyes if that feels okay for you to do. Otherwise you can keep them open, but try and just focus on one spot. So find a spot straight at your eye level, sort of gaze and gazing straight ahead. And lift the shoulders, roll them back, dropping it down. And just feel into it, see how that feels for you right now. And now bring your awareness to your breath. Allow your arms to relax gently by your side, just letting them drop and hang wherever they will hang. Accepting where we are this morning, where we are today in ourselves, and giving thanks for showing up and being here on your mats this morning, or this afternoon even. I'm still thinking it's morning. And now engaging your feet into your mat, into the ground. Feel as if there's roots growing from the soles of your feet into the ground, giving you that stability, holding you nice and tall, and rooting yourself into the ground. Know that you're being held sacredly here in this space. Now start to shift the weight forward into the toes and the balls of your feet, but your heels are still connecting and having contact on the floor on your mat. But you feel as if all the weight in the body is shifting forward into the toes and the balls of the feet, and maybe your thighs, you can feel them engaging a little bit more, maybe the stomach muscles engaging. And now we're going to shift towards the right side. So all the weight into that right edge of the right foot, as if you're leaning over towards your right side, but the body, the upper body is not leaning towards, draping down towards the floor. So everything is still upright, but it's your feet that's you're bringing more awareness to. And now shift to the heels. So as you shift to the heels, the toes are still connecting to the ground, and the entire rest of the body is completely relaxed. Stomach muscles are engaged, your thigh muscles engaged. Now slowly shift over towards the left side. So the edge of the left foot, all the weight, you can feel it on the left side. Breathe deeply. And now see if you can find your center. Find the middle ground of your body, that center line, straight down the middle of your body. As if there's one straight line going down into the earth. Finding that connection, lifting your arches, engaging the pelvic floor muscles. And just notice if you're swaying side to side or front to back. Observing your breath where it is. Observing any sensations in the body. Observing the thoughts in your mind. Maybe you feel a little bit bored. But just observing all the feelings, any emotions, any thoughts that come up for you. And just feel as if there are clouds floating in the sky, try not to engage in those thoughts or sensations in the body. We're acknowledging all the sensations, all the thoughts, even our breath. We're just watching them as we're witnessing something else. Feel all the parts of your feet connecting onto your mat. See if you can now start to deepen that inhalation and feel the expansion of the abdomen. And lengthen the exhalation, feel the contraction of the abdomen. So there's a lot of things going on that you have to pay attention to. If you notice that your mind is wandered off, getting distracted, bring it back to your breath, as if you're doing a bit of standing meditation, concentration practice. At least 5 deep inhales and long, slow exhales. And once you've finished, you can allow your breath to return to its natural state, natural rhythm. Maybe equalizing the inhalation and the exhalation, so the length of time as you breathe in and out is the same, bringing balance back to the body. And then if you have your eyes closed, you can gently open them, and maybe separating your feet about hip-width distance apart, so you can bring one heel on the inside of the opposite instep and rotate that foot out. So that should give you hip-width distance. So ensuring that the weight is evenly distributed around all parts of your feet, and the right side and the left side, the front and the back. And let's raise our arms up as we breathe in, reaching up to the sky, maybe interlacing the fingers as you stretch up, and then reach over towards the right side, keeping the head in between the arms and trying not to bring the body forward, so you're still maintaining that side body stretch. Keep your arms straight as much as you can. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. Stretch up some more. And then reach over towards the left side. So go as far as you like. Maybe press that right hip out a little bit more. And center. We'll stretch up again and reach over towards the right side. So once you find your stretch here, see if you can plant all of your weight now into the right foot, and then maybe raise that left foot, maybe just bring your big toe to the floor, or if you can just hover it off the floor. That way you're engaging your core strength a little bit more, and breathe into it. Keep that balance. And then slowly bring that foot back into position, come back to center. So just check your feet that it's still hip width distance apart. And then reach up to the sky again. Reach over to the left, opening up the side body. And then if you like, you can shift the weight to the left side and maybe stretch that foot to the right and bring the big toe to the floor, or you can just hover that foot off the ground. So the core nice and tight, maybe your pelvic floor muscles engaging as you stretch to the left. And then gently bring your foot back down. And let's release the arms. You can shake the arms out for a moment. So hopefully that's brought a little bit of heat in the body around your core, and now we're going to stretch your arms to the side and just try and keep your feet connected and just swing. Reach the arms back, look back. If you need to bring your feet a little bit wider, then go ahead and do that. Maybe soften the knees and try to really get into the movement and look behind you. You can bring the arms as high up as you like or as low down as you like. Keep breathing and then allow your arms to sort of start to subside now. And relax them down by your side. So we're going to keep our feet wide and we'll stretch our arms up again, reach up to the sky, soften the knees, and we'll take a bit of a wide-legged chair pose. So sit your hips back into the floor, so you're pushing back. You try not to have your knees above or past your toes, so you're trying to really press your hips back as opposed to just sitting down. And then reach the arms against your ear and really connecting your feet into the ground. Draw your belly in as if you're sucking the belly button into the spine. Press more into your heels if that's possible for you. And then let's come forward. Maybe bringing the hands to rest, your elbows against the thighs, closer towards your knee. Option to, in fact, we'll all stay here and then we'll bring that right arm up and reach up towards the sky. Look towards your right fingers. Again, you're drawing that your belly in and dropping that left shoulder away from your ear and your neck. Then slowly release that arm down and bring your arm back to rest onto the thigh, and we'll go to the left side. So stretching the arm up, looking up towards your fingers. Keep your hips still, sitting down. Breathe the core drawing in to protect your back. And then gently down. So we're going to do this once more. So option now to either stay as you are in this position, or you can maybe bring a block under your hands if you can't quite get to it, or maybe the fingertips to the floor, in between, preferably in the middle of your feet, and then stretch the arms up. So the hips are still in the same position. This one is a little bit of a deeper stretch. And so you're pressing that left hand down and reaching the right arm up to open up the right shoulder. Then slowly release. We bring that hand in between, the right hand in between the legs. And we'll do the opposite side or stay in variation 1. So pressing that right hand down firmly, the hips still pressing back, drawing the belly in, and reaching that left shoulder back now. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. And slowly let's release down. So we bring both hands down and maybe walk the feet out a little bit, heel toe. And again, sit down. See if you can lower the hips down a little bit more. Maybe bring the arms to rest against your thigh again. And feel into the hips and the hip flexor here. Maybe move side to side if that feels okay for you. Relax your shoulders at the same time. Again, still the same belly action. You're drawing it in to protect the back. And then slowly let's bring the left hand to the floor and step and stretch that right leg out to the right side. If you like, you can swap the right hand to the floor and left hand onto the knee, but try not to have the knee coming forward of the toes so the hip is still going back. And then we'll change. So swap sides, left hand to the floor, right hand to the thigh, and stretch. Feel that inner thigh stretch. We'll come back to the left side Keep breathing. Find that stretch that's good for you, that's right for you today. And then back to the right side. And then come back to center and wide leg. And you can maybe hold onto the shins or anywhere onto the leg. Allow the head to drop completely. Maybe your arms to just go, the shoulders to drop. And feel as if the spine in between the vertebrae are making space and creating space. Having that separation in between each other. Maybe the head goes all the way down to the floor, maybe your forearms into the floor, whatever works for you today. And then slowly come up. We're going to turn our right toes out to the side and walk the hands one against each side, and then fold onto the right leg. So the right leg is straight, left leg is straight. And relaxing the shoulders, feeling into that hamstring calf stretch here. Let's walk the hands back to center. Turn your right toes forward, left toes out. Walk the hands towards the left side and feel into the stretch here. Dropping the head, belly in. Belly is active, shoulders relaxed completely. And then let's curl onto the right toes and step that left leg back into down dog. So drawing the belly in, any kind of intuitive movements here that you'd like to make, go ahead and do that. Pressing the hands firmly into the floor. Maybe roll up onto the tiptoes and then press back onto the heels, or move the hips side to side. Whatever works for you, again this morning. Allow your body to be your guide, to be the intuitive voice. Let's slowly lower the knees down. We'll come into tabletop position, just to do a few cat and cow to mobilize the spine. So shoulders over wrist and hips over knees. Inhale to drop the belly, open the chest, bending the elbows, look forward, and exhale to round and contract. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Couple more times at your own pace. And we can slowly press back as if we're pushing our hips towards our heels, but we're not quite going all the way. Keep the abdomen active and just feel that stretch in the back, maybe the lower back. You can feel the stretch a little bit more. Your thighs, your legs are working, head dropping down in between the arms. And then slowly curling the toes, we come back into our down dog. So breathing deeply as much as you can. Let's slowly step the right foot forward, lower the left knee down. We find our lunge position. So again, if you have blocks at home, you can use them to rest the hands or maybe your fingertips to the floor. Lift your chest, so you want one straight line from the tailbone to the back of the head. Looking forward, shoulders relaxing, and the chest lifting, opening up. And slowly let's raise the arms. So as you raise your arms, try not to arch the lower back, maybe the palms facing each other or front. The hips are squared. And let's bend, bring the palms together first and bend your elbows, opening them, resting the thumbs to the back of the head, and now sink the hips down and look up to the sky. So a gentle back bend here, opening up the chest and finding that hip opening. Also the body is balancing here as well. And then gently lift back up, stretching the arms. Come forward. We'll take plank. Wrist in line with your shoulders. Core is nice and engaged. And then dropping the knees down. Bending the elbows, chin, chest, or forehead to the floor. Pointing the toes and slide forward into cobra. This time we're going to bring our hands off the floor. And try to have a bit of a W shape with your arms. So your elbows tucking into the side body. Look forward. Keep your toes, the front of your feet, pressing down into the floor. And lift your chest up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up again. Breathe. Exhale down. One more. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest, drop your shoulders, and exhale down. And then lower the hands back to the floor, press up into down dog. Breathe deeply, draw the belly in, focus on your breath. And let's slowly drop the knees down. Let's set up for tabletop. And a few cat and cow. So arching the back, opening up the chest. Look forward and rounding, contracting, dropping the head. Inhale to open and exhale to round. Couple more at your own pace. And then slowly start to press the hips back as if you're pushing down towards your heels, where you're relaxing the shoulders, belly in, and just feel that stretch. So your thighs are engaged, your glutes are engaged, pelvic floor muscles are engaged. And then slowly let's walk the hands slightly forward, tuck the toes back into down dog. And slowly stepping that left foot forward, right knee down, finding your low lunge. Hips are square, shoulders are dropping down, hips sinking, chest is lifting. Breathe. Slowly, let's straighten the arms, reach up to the sky. Try and keep your back straight, hips square still. Palms together, bending the elbows, resting the thumbs to the back of the neck, opening up the elbows, sink your hips down, find your back bend. Look up to the sky. Keep the palms pressing against each other fully with the elbows open. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale, and gently straighten the arms back up, lowering the hands down, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or forehead, elbows tucking into the side body, pointing your toes, slide forward. Let's lift the hands off the floor, squeezing the elbows to the side body, opening up the chest, lift the chest, drop the shoulders. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up. Each time we lift up, see if you can lift a little bit higher, so you're working those back muscles. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, hands off the floor, squeeze the blades. Breathe. Chest lifting. Exhale down. and taking down dog. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. And slowly we can bring that right leg up to the sky. Pointing the toes, press that left heel down. And then slowly bending the knee, opening up the hips so that right heel coming to the left glute. And then squaring the hip. We're going to bring that knee to the left elbow, to the right elbow, in the middle as if you're bringing the knee to the nose, and then step that foot forward. And we come back into our low lunge. So just feeling into the stretch here in that left psoas, dropping the shoulders as you look forward. Option to curl onto the toes and lift that knee off the floor. And you can just roll forwards and backwards onto the toes. And then back onto the heel, the ball of the foot. So you're pressing the heel down as you press back. Feel into it. Breathe deeply. And now we're going to come up. So maybe bring that your left toes in slightly and then lift up. So pressing really firmly into the right foot, then raising the arms as you sink the hips down. Try and maintain this knee and ankle alignment if that's possible. And we'll try and do some cat and cow here. So we're going to reach the arms forward, round the back, drop the head, and then as you open up, do cactus arms, so you're bending at the elbows and open up the chest. So squeezing the shoulder blades together. Make sure you find your balance, so make sure that the legs are about hip width distance apart. Then come forward, rounding the back, dropping the head. Inhale, open up, squeeze the blades. One more time, exhale, round. Contract, inhale, open, and then slowly straightening that leg, fold forward, and you can maybe step that left foot in slightly as you fold onto the right leg. Feel the stretch in the back of the right leg up into the glutes. Deep breath in. Long and slow breath out. Then from here we slide that left leg back and take plank. Exhale down, any variation that you like. Inhale, come up. So this time we're going to bring our hands wider than the mat, just the edge of the mat. Fingertips on the floor and lift the chest up. The arms are still bent. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift up and down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands under the shoulders. Let's take down dog. Breathe deeply. Allow your movements to be mindful. There's no rush to get anywhere. Feel those sensations in the body as we breathe and as we stretch and open up the body. So our left leg comes up to the sky, pointing the toes. Breathe, press your right heel down. Feel into the stretch here. Hands are firm into the ground. Now bending the knee, opening up the hip so that the left heel now comes towards that right glute. Try to press into the hands and really push the body back as opposed to it coming forward towards the hands. And then slowly square the hip. We're going to bring that knee to the right elbow. Hold it here. Then bring it over to the left elbow, hold it here, core nice and tight. And then in the middle, Hold as if you want to bring your knee to your nose, and then step the left foot forward in between the hand. Lower down into low lunge and find your position here. Breathe deeply, lift the chest as you sink your hips and roll the shoulders back and down away from the neck. So option to stay here, or you can curl onto the right toes, maybe slightly in, and just round, come up onto the tip toes, and then press back on the ball of that foot as you press your heel back, and then come forward again. So you can do this a couple of times more, just feeling into that right psoas stretch and the hip flexor here. And then from here we're going to come up into our high lunge. So adjusting your legs, if you need to, make sure that they're hip width distance apart, so balance wise your foundation is nice and secure. And breathe deeply, so keeping that left knee and ankle in line, reaching the arms up, keeping your hips square, and so starting to feel that fire in the legs, your legs really engaged. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Nice deep breath, relax your shoulders. So a few cat and cow positions here, so reaching the arms forward, rounding the spine, dropping the head. Keep the legs in the same position so your legs are not moving. And then open up, bending the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades. Inhale to round and contract. Sorry, that was an exhale. Inhale to open up. Exhale, round again. Inhale, open. Breathe. And slowly come forward, straightening the leg. Dropping the hands down and maybe stepping your right foot slightly in. Keep the hips still square. You might probably feel that left leg really activated here. Relax your shoulders. Allow the body to just come back into balance for a moment. So engaging your breath, allowing that exhalation to be longer than the inhalation to help to slow the heart rate down. And then we'll step our right foot back slightly, taking plank. Exhale any variation that you like. Once you come down, bring the arms wide and on your fingertips, inhale to lift the chest, keep the elbows bent, squeeze the shoulder blades as you lift the chest up. Exhale, come down, twice more. Inhale, lift and open up. Exhale, down. Last time, inhale, big breath. Open and lift the chest. Exhale, slowly down. Hands under the shoulders, tucking the toes. We take down dog. Breathe deeply. So if you need a rest, let's actually all come down, bring the knees down and rest here in child's pose. Maybe rest the hands, the wrist. Deep inhalation, long and slow exhalation. Maybe bringing the arms alongside the body, rolling the head gently side to side. So we're doing a more mindful practice, not rushing from one place to the next, so we can really feel into those stretches. And then slowly stretching the arms in front of us. Again, taking our down dog. And from here we're going to come into plank and lower the knees. So the knees are just hovering over the floor, so your core needs to really contract and engage to protect the back. Shoulders over wrists. So we'll do this a few times. So back into down dog. Feel your whole body working. And then plank, And then slowly dropping your knees, hovering them over. Hold and breathe for at least 10 seconds. Engage the hands fully. So not only your wrist is working, press the fingertips, the balls of the hands back into down dog. And then back into plank, lowering the knees down. Hold and breathe here. Keeping your back straight, draw the belly in. And then back into down dog. Let's step our right foot in between the hands. I'm just going to turn this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. And your left foot to the short edge of the mat. Then lift up. So ideally you want your right heel to be in line with that left instep. And we're going to bring your arms up. Try to keep the arms in line with your shoulders and try not to have the right hip facing the right leg. So everything is still to the side. Now bend into the right leg. So the knee and ankle are in line and you're sinking the hips down. Make sure the left arm behind isn't lowering down. It's still in line with your shoulders. Look towards your right fingers, breathe and hold. So we're really engaging our legs, our lower body. Also your shoulders and arms are working here, your core is working. And then we're going to come into reverse warrior. So lowering that hand to the leg, left leg, and reaching the right arm against your ear. Feeling into the side stretch. The right knee is still bent. And then back into warrior two. And then we'll lower the right arm onto the right thigh. Left arm against your ear. Breathe. So we'll move again into the reverse warrior a couple of times. So we come back into warrior two and then reverse. Breathe deeply. So the legs, remember, stay the same, just the upper body moving. Warrior two, lower down, left arm against your ear. Breathe deeply. And then back into warrior two. We'll do this once more. So reverse, left hand to the leg, right arm against your ear. Deep breath in, long and slow breath out. Notice the fire in the legs now. They should be feeling really warm. Back to warrior two. And right arm against your ear. Sorry, left arm against your ear. Right arm resting on the thigh. Breathe. Then slowly come up, back into warrior two, straighten that right leg, release your hands down. Let's turn your toes forward now, and then slightly at a 45-degree angle, bending the knees, so you're pressing, trying to visualize as you sink your hips down that the knees are pressing back, they're not buckling in, and the body is in one straight line. Arms up in that cactus shape again. Breathe deeply, lifting your arches, grounding your feet fully into the floor. Deep breath. And then straighten the arms and straighten the legs. So we'll do that again. Bending the legs, bending your arms, sitting down. Notice whether the body is leaning forward slightly. See whether you can really try to straighten the body. And then straighten the legs, straighten the arms. One more time. If your arms get tired, you can just release them for a moment. Bend the knees, sink down, bending your arms. Palms are facing the front. Deep breath. And then slowly straighten up, releasing the hands. And we'll turn towards the right foot, come down, taking plank. So we'll come into our flow again, exhale down, any variation that you like. Inhale, this time we're going to bring our hands behind the back and lift the chest up. Reach your arms away from the body, squeeze those legs together. Lift the chest. And release down. Hands under the shoulders. Let's take down dog. Breathe deeply. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, long and slow breath out. Catch your breath. And then from here, from down dog, we're going to come back into our plank position and hover the knees down about 1/2 inch to 1 inch off the floor. Hands are firm. See if you can hold for about 15 seconds here. And then press back into down dog. So we're going for more strength work today. And then plank and lowering the knees down. Back is completely straight. If at all you need to, you can always drop your knees, but still keep the core contracted. And then back into down dog. One more time, just like this. So back into plank and hovering 15 seconds. And down dog. So now we're going to step that left foot in between the hands and the right foot to the short edge of the mat and then come up. So ideally, check your alignment with the right instep and the left heel. And then raising the arms, breathe, bending that left knee in line with the ankle so the body is to the side, not facing that left leg, but your left knee, you're pressing it out as opposed to it buckling in, you're pushing it out. Core nice and engaged, both arms in line with your shoulders, and we'll do the same thing that we did before. So reverse, so bring that right hand to the leg, left arm against your ear. Keep the leg in the same position, so the lower half of the body is not moving, that's your foundation. Help us to build some strength. Come back into Warrior Two. And lowering that left arm against your leg and right arm against your ear. Breathe deeply. Keep the core contracted, engaged as much as you can. Then back into Warrior Two and reverse. Breathe. Find that stretch. See if each time you can go a little bit deeper into the stretch. Breathe for at least 3 breaths. Then back into Warrior Two. And left arm against the leg, right arm against your ear. Notice your mind, your thoughts, your breath. And Warrior Two. Reversing. Warrior Two. Last time, arm against the leg, right arm against your ear. Breathing deeply here as much as you can. Come back into Warrior Two. Straighten that leg, releasing your arms and adjusting your feet now, pointing them forward and then 45-degree angle. So some more work. So just have a little bit of movement with your hips here to relax the thighs and the legs a little bit. Then bending the knees, sinking down, body straight, arms up. Breathe deeply. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. And again, bending, arms and legs. Try not to arch your back, so notice whether you're arching your back as opposed to engaging your stomach muscles, and press the knees open. Breathe, straighten the legs, extend your arms straight out. One more. And bending both arms and legs. Engage your feet. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Deep breath in, long and slow breath out. And straighten, release the arms. Turn towards the left toes. And we can come down. Breathe here deeply for a moment. Relax the head, the neck. Feel the legs. And then curl the toes. Take a plank. Exhale any variation that you like. So next time we come up, bring the hands behind your back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale to lift the chest, open up. Shoulder blades together. This time let's lift our legs off the floor as well. But as you lift your legs, you don't want the upper body to flop down. You still want that lifted as well. Breathe. Relax the legs, relax your arms, chest down. Hands underneath the shoulders, down dog. And gently let's lower the knees down and push back. Child's pose, maybe resting the arms alongside the body. Breathe deeply. Allow your heart rate to return to its natural rhythm, natural state. And gently, let's allow the chin to tug towards your chest and slowly come up. We'll make our way onto our backs. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Nice tight hug. Drop your shoulders. Press the back, the entire back into the floor. And then open up the arms to the side, keep the thighs into the chest, and we'll drop the legs now to the right side. Keep that left shoulder on the floor. You can keep the head in a neutral position, or you can turn and look over the left shoulder. So you're creating space from the left shoulder to the left hip. Breathe into it, focus on your breath. If you like, as an option here, you can extend that left leg, maybe hold somewhere onto the leg and try with that right hand, try to bring the leg closer towards your upper body. Breathe. And gently bending the knee back into position. Come back to center, bring the knees into the chest. And we're going to drop now to the left side. So the legs stacking on top of each other. You can look over the right shoulder and feeling the stretch, that space that you're creating between the shoulder and the hip. Deep inhalation, long and slow exhalation. Option to stay here or extend your right leg, maybe hold on somewhere with your left hand. Bring that leg closer towards your upper body. Breathe deeply, feel into the stretch. Keep that right shoulder connected to the floor. And then slowly bending the knee, come back to center. Let's hug the knees in. Bring the head towards your knees or forehead towards the knees. Relax your shoulders and then gently lower the head down. So we'll prepare for relaxation. You can get your socks, sleeves, blankets, anything that's required so that you can be comfortable, and maybe have some pillows or cushions behind your knees to help your back to rest a little bit more on the ground, more comfortably. So if your back feels sensitive, you can always bend your knees, allow the knees to drop in towards each other, and the feet apart, shoulder blades and lower back nicely relaxed, eyes closed. Let's roll the head gently side to side, making any adjustments that you need to so that the body can feel completely relaxed and you can be still. And connecting to your breath, inhaling deeply, abdomen rising up. Exhale slowly and gently, draw the belly back into the spine. Breathe in, belly expand. Breathe out, belly contracts. See if you can bring a pause into the breath at the top of the inhalation for 1 or 2 seconds. Make sure that your back is pressing down into the floor at all times. And then slowly exhale, belly drops. Draw the belly in, feel that hollowness in the stomach. Pause for 1 or 2 seconds. And then inhale. Pause for 2 or 3 seconds now. And exhale. As you pull the belly in, pause for 2 or 3 seconds. And then inhale. So continue to breathe at this rhythm, maybe increasing the pause by 1 additional second each time. Try to make sure that the rest of the body is relaxed, so you're not tensing the shoulders or any part of the body. Keep breathing deeply and slowly with complete awareness on the breath, awareness of the sensations in the body, awareness of the thoughts in your mind. So you're fully tuned in to what's taking place in your breath, in your body, in your mind. Are you in the past, in the future, or the present? And your thoughts can let you know that. Feel the body letting go more and more as you regulate your breath, bringing complete relaxation to the body. Relax your feet, your legs. Relax your hips, your pelvis. Relax the whole back. Relax the abdomen, the diaphragm, the chest. Relax the hands and the arms. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the throat, the face and the head. Relaxing all your facial muscles, the jaw, the tongue, the ears, the nose, the eyes, your forehead, the scalp, the brain, the mind. Feel complete relaxation to the entire body and central nervous system in complete relaxation mode. Noticing the breath becoming more subtle as we begin to calm down. And resting here for a little while longer. Enjoying the stillness, the silence, the peace within. Let's slowly begin to move our fingers and our toes, and bring the awareness back to our surroundings, feeling the contact of the body on the ground, the fabric on your body, a blanket covering you. Breathing deeply and slowly, keeping the eyes closed. We can bring our legs together, stretching them out and stretching the arms above the head. Giving the body a nice long stretch. Let's hug the knees into the chest. One last tight hug. And gently roll to the right side. Slowly coming up into a seated, comfortable position. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands can rest on the knees or in the lap. Eyes closed, back straight, shoulders relaxed. Feeling the effects of your practice, the state of peacefulness, calmness you've achieved in your body and your mind. Taking a moment to give thanks to yourself for honoring your body, your mind, for investing in your health and your well-being. Let's join our palms to our heart space and taking a bow. Namaste, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me today.